Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Bennett now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. I mean, look at this Baltimore defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Bennett now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. The Ravens at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Lamar changing the look. Jackson. That is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. What a great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. Bennett back to throw again here. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Bennett looking to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And Bennett will look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
On second down, Bennett to throw. It's complete to Robinson. 3rd and 8. To throw is Bennett. Going up top for Cup. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Lamar changing the play. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Jackson now. Got a man, it's caught for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Bennett working from the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. On 1st and 10, Bennett looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Knight. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Dafe Owe gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens 14, Rams nothing.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Bennett. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Ball under 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson now. Off play action. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they'll shift things around. Throw caught by Flowers. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Mark Andrews from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't get...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Knight on the handoff.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Kyron Johnson there on the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Second down throw coming from Bennett.
Being chased out left.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here on third, Bennett.
Forced it, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. He placed the fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be fourth down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys, maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey. Let's go. Middle. Press on, offense.
Now it's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at about the 28. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, and discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Bennett here out of the shotgun. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Looking to throw here. Bennett. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Bennett now to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down to sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bennett. Open man right side is cut complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bennett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Slot man moves right. First and 10, here's Bennett. This one swung out to Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Bennett. Open man is Atwell, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Bennett now. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They made some nice plays that give themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. They'll throw again with Bennett. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left to the upright. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Yo. Don't let us down. Hey.
They go play action with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Jackson going to change things up a bit. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll change things around before the snap. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Okay.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
This is Knight.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Off the play fake, it's Bennett.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year. I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Lamar changing the look.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 20-yard line.
And they'll send Kupp in motion right. And Bennett will look to throw. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. That will send him back nearly 10 yards here on first down to Sam.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Off the option, that's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced players in this runaway contest.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On the carry, here's Knight.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 84 yards. And the Ravens stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
A run with Knight.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as I'll bring it 4th down.
But they get off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They run. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Rams first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Well-executed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, I know this will surprise you, but I've actually done a little bit of reading lately, and all the analytics say that you should go for it more on 4th down. I think someone has referred back to their analytics coach. Maybe he's got a pipeline into the booth because that was a really good play call.
Now this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
On 2nd down, it's Knight.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
To throw is Bennett.
Buying time to his left. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Odafe Oweh. With a disadvantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Now Lamar changing the play. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Oh, nice move. And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now they'll audible to something else. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here as they start at their own 7. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately...
There he goes, left side!
Now he's free up the left sideline. Now look out! To the 20.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for L.A., they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.